Hello, everyone, and welcome to Truly Bedrock Season 4. This is episode 22. How's everybody doing? I'm doing great. We're looking a little fancy this morning. And yeah, just wanted to throw on some nice clothes and chat with you, the people. And oh, goodness gracious. So, last episode, yeah, we're going to run around in the suit for today. Last episode, we did a little bit of gift giving in the food war, right? Um, Quite a few things have happened. We finished the entrance to our base. We've kind of done some things with the food war, and I actually did a stream, and I will show you guys plans and stuff for this sign here. So we gifted everybody a mushroom. Well, rather, Mushroom Man did. I'm innocent. Liara got one, Dadcraft got one, Zloy got one, Grooves got one, Jade got one, Jesse got one, and Silent, like I said in the last episode, I know he has a new base area, but he still frequents this one right here, and so there's a custom mushroom there anyway, right? So that video just went out last night. This is the morning after I posted my video, and Jesse told me it inspired a build. So I'm gonna head over here and look. Oh, oh. Because I wanna see what's going on. Oh, this is her crystal shop, built right around the mushroom. Hello, Jesse. So yeah, 1 diamond for a spyglass. Looks like we got a diamond for 2 stacks of amethyst shards. And we have a diamond for tinted glass. That's pretty cool. We are going to go into I like this skin. This is cool. We're gonna be in a little bit of a, I don't know, selling war with Jesse because I am going to sell spyglasses too, but this is super cool. I do like the mix of the amethyst and the purple wool. And yeah, this is awesome. Awesome. So, anyway, I hope everybody likes the, the mushrooms. I haven't heard too much outside of Jesse telling me that uh, was done. So the other thing that we did, and this was done on a stream, was we started figuring out how and what we're going to do for the next area of our base. I got about this far. I've got planned out the actual farms themselves, and what we figured out is we are going to need 8 farms, right? 8 flower farms, and then there is going to be some other farms that go on the side, and we're going to jam pack that bottom section. So the 8 farms that we are going to do are all going to be these flowers. I was originally going to have the 2 tall flowers getting hit with bone meal and collecting those, but I did find out if you sink a flower 1 block below your grass blocks, let's say this glowstone is the 1 block lower. If I were to put a tulip here and then have grass up here and bone meal this tulip, you get a lot of flowers. So we are going to do these 8 flowers here. We are going to do the orange tulip, the pink tulip, the allium, the blue orchid, cornflower, poppy, dandelion, and oxide daisy. This will give us light gray dye, blue dye, yellow, red, light blue, magenta, pink, and orange. White dye, I decided I'm going to just get that from the bone meal that we collect in our moss farms. I am then going to add a cactus and a cocoa bean farm as well, as a few other things. So, let's talk about that as we go down real quick. So what I'm thinking here is This is going to be the layout, essentially, of the farm back here in the wall. We're going to go back a couple of blocks. This is the edge of the room, as the other rooms are, and we should say hi to old Tizzy there. So in the corner of these rooms, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to put a cactus farm, because that is a set it and forget it type of farm. I am going to put probably a pumpkin and a melon farm over here. And then over in this corner is where we're going to set up the cocoa bean farm. Now that is not a set it and forget it type of farm. We do have to go in and manually plant our cocoa beans back on the jungle logs. But how often do we use brown dye? Let's be honest. I just want a source of it in case we need it, but we're not going to be using that much of it. So that is a good amount of farms in this room utilizing bone meal, the flour farms. The farms in the corners are mostly going to be non-bone meal farms. And then I think in this central section right here, we are going to place in some nano farms. I think I'm going to have potatoes, wheat, carrots, and sugarcane. Those nano farms are going to be in conjunction with the pumpkin and melon farms for use with villagers, right? Because I do have a villager up here, and I want to get more eventually. I think we have total 6 spots that we can place villagers. This guy gives us the efficiency 5 book. I would like to get a few more villagers with better books, and then I think I want a couple of farmers, you know, that take potatoes or something like that. So the total thought process is eventually we are going to take the moss that is created just back here, or rather the bone meal. We're going to bring that down into this area. We are going to separate out the moss from, I keep saying moss, we're going to separate out the bone meal utilizing double chests and hoppers, because when placing items in a chest like this with 2 hoppers underneath of it, we can separate exactly in half the items that go here. We can then put 2 more chests on the other side of it, and we can separate out the items 4 times, so on and so forth. So we're going to have half of our bone meal, you know, coming to these 4 farms, and half of our bone meal going to these 4 farms, and then we are going to split off to the nano farms as well. That is a lot of bone meal that is going to be used, but I think 1 bone meal farm, 1 moss farm, can handle all of that is going to be in this room. If not, I've got 2 moss giants, so we're going to have to see, but that is all future plans for future me. Now, of course, in typical me fashion, that is not going to be anything that I'm going to work on today. What I want to work on today is I want to finish up the observatory, right? I've been messing around and playing around with different things as far as making a telescope, and I think what I like is I like this. I like the bone blocks. I like the polished black stone. I like having the inset of tinted glass back here, and then having the honey blocks with some glowstone behind it. I think this all looks really, really good. I do like this. I think this looks better than the copper. I was messing around wondering if we should make it copper, but I like the idea here. I like the lodestones, which is going to be a little bit expensive. Putting 4 lodestones up on these rings that come around the telescope. I'm not going to end up putting them here. I think we are just going to go with some polished andesite for looks. Just a little bit of decoration. And then we have a base, you know, that we can look into, and we have the turning point of the, you know, essentially the telescope could rotate this way and this way. But yeah, I think this is a pretty good build. It fits in very, very tight. It's going to look out as the sun and moon rise. And I think this is going to work out pretty perfect with our floor because the gap that I've left in here is the glass gap. So this thing is going to sit almost center. The center of our base, I believe, is right there where I have the cow. It is. Look at that. The center of our base is essentially right here. I'm 1 block away from that. That's pretty cool. And I think once we get the telescope in here, we then have most of the facade of our base complete. The only thing that we're going to need after to do after that is to start setting up a shop. So I really like what I've got going on here. The polished stairs coming up to this thing, and then again, like I said, inside I've hid some sea lanterns because I have a ring right here with the lodestone. So I could actually take some glowstone if I wanted to and place that in here, lighting this area up so I don't have to worry about mobs coming in here and being aggressive. I have 3 layers of honey block so you don't see the glowstone from outside, and then having the glowstone behind it is pretty nice. One thing I think we're going to do is here I have brown glass. I don't want brown glass. I think black glass is going to look the best. Tinted may look not too bad, but we're going to have just kind of a play around with it. Let's see what this looks like. I mean, yeah, it's not too bad. I think black glass would look the same. The only difference is it's going to let light shine through, which is fine. So yeah, I think what we need to do now is we need to go ahead and get started on this build project. I do believe outside of Netherrite, I have all the things that I need to complete this build. Yeah, that looks a little bit better, I think. It's got some shadowing going on and whatnot. So to make the lodestones, I believe what we need is some of this, right? There it is. So I think it's this? No. Hmm. Oh, it's chiseled stone. Chiseled stone. And that is stone brick slabs to make chiseled stone. Okay, I thought it was smooth stone. But that's fine. That's fine. All right. Well, we need to go hunt for ancient debris. So quite some time later, we have the Netherride Scrap, and for those of you that saw the live stream, you will know that I actually have some ancient debris in here. These 2 ingots are actually slated to be utilized in making some of my tools into netherite, and then the rest of this is going to be used as decoration, as a matter of fact. So that ancient debris is spoken for. I had to go get more. I had to smelt it up. I now have all the things that I need to make 4 netherite ingots. And then I have everything that I need to make 4 lodestones. This is a very, very beautiful block, but a very expensive block to make. So we're not going to be using a lot of it, but I wanted to use some of it. The next thing that we need to do is start gathering up our building materials, which is going to be some polished blackstone. We are going to need some polished blackstone stairs, as a matter of fact. I think that is probably enough. I'm not 100% sure. We'll go ahead and turn the rest of this into that. We are going to need a bunch of bone blocks, which I have some here, and I can make more. I have bones in here, but we will go to the moss giant and we will get those. Outside of that, we're going to need honey. We are going to need glowstone, which I have a fair bit in here. We're going to need some nether brick fence, which I have here. And then I'm thinking iron bars might be the way to go. Like we did in our little bitty, for our test world, rather. And that is a very old test world. And, I think we can just snag up a bunch of bone meal from this side. Oh, yeah. That'll get us a stack of bone blocks, plus what we already have should be more than enough. And now I think we can get to building this thing. So my original plan was to kind of, you know, third-person time-lapse this build. But in typical Truly Bedrock fashion, we haven't updated the server yet. We don't like to jump on the updates until there's been some clarification on if it's, you know, a stable release or things like that after the incidents of Season 1, where we were playing on a realm. If you guys remember back, we updated the server, and then there was a bug when you went through the portal. It could crash the world and roll it back. Sometimes it didn't do that, and you simply got teleported to whatever your overworld coordinates were when you went through the portal. I actually suffered a death that way, a suffocation death, and lost a bunch of stuff, and Lee had to come and save me and rescue me, things like that. And what else? Yeah, we started carrying like totems, and there was ender chests at everybody's portal, and it was just a bad time. A lot of people stopped playing on the server for a while, and we don't want that thing to happen again, right? There was a couple of things with, I believe in Season 3, with the latest and greatest update, we never did update to that before the end of the season because there was issues, so I used my phone for a camera count, and I thought I had it set where that wouldn't automatically update, but I was incorrect. So my phone is on the latest update, but our server is not. So time-lapsing this build just isn't going to be feasible, and I apologize for that. But you guys saw what it looked like, so let's get building. Okay, so we did it. The telescope is now built on the Truly Bedrock server. And a couple of changes I've made. We did a little bit better of a design with this bottom piece here. And then this piece is the eyelet. If you had a real telescope, obviously it wouldn't be this tall or this big. But you come up, and this is what you would look into to look out upon all of the things. And I think honestly, this thing is looking awesome. I showed this off in a live stream, the build that we had planned here, and I mean, that looks really good. The people that were in the live stream voted that the bone block was going to look the best, and the blackstone, as opposed to like copper or something like that. I did put a piece of copper up here, which is fine, and then of course I put the glow lichen, that's what it's called, to stop the snow from piling up here, right? So essentially what we have is we have a completed facade of our base. This thing is looking absolutely gorgeous. This is what I've envisioned. This looks pretty close to the picture that I've shown a few times, and now we have the telescope pointing out. It would have been cool to get this thing kind of going at an angle, but I think with the size that we made, this straight out version looks a lot better. I do need to clean these buttons up because I don't need them here anymore for snow. That's not going to be an issue. I really don't need any of these. So the next thing that I want to do is start working on placing in our shop area down here. I wish I could have pulled this thing back by 2 blocks and had the center of the thing here, but it's fine. It's fine, it doesn't have to be centered up. And I'm thinking what I want to do is have multiple shops. I want to have some stalls, basically, up here. And then I want to have some stalls down here. And what I think I have come up with is something like, I don't know, we're going to be off the bat, we're going to have 10 different dyes to deal with. We can utilize some of our blue and red to make purple, so that's 11. There's a white dye, which makes 12. And then we can utilize white with the lime green to make 13 different dyes. So I think we could sell dyes down here. I also want to sell spider eyes, as I've said before. I have a bunch sitting in here. And then I did take to doing a little bit of work in the last live stream. Now, at the time of recording, I'm a little bit behind. This is Friday evening. I'm going to upload a live stream tonight, and then I'm going to upload one Saturday morning on the second channel. So if you want to see those because you missed the live stream, that is where to check it out. And in case you don't know, check the description down below. That's how you find the second channel. Yes. I tend to stream at really random times because I cannot pinpoint a schedule. I just stream when I can. So honestly, the best place if you want to get notified about streams is Twitter. As soon as I go live, those things are on Twitter immediately. If Twitter's not the place for you, follow me on Twitch. You'll get notified. Join the Discord. It's a nice place to hang out, very quiet. But you can be notified of all the things there. So during the live stream, we went around collecting some bits. You saw me put away a box over here. That was just a soul sand box. I got a bunch here because I have a deal with Groova going on that we will eventually take care of. But the other thing that we grabbed was some end stone. I did this off camera after the end of the live stream because we killed a bunch of withers. I think upstairs, we're gonna market this as a planetarium type thing, and we're going to sell, you know, moon rocks. We are going to sell asteroids. I think these make 4 really good asteroids, and then we're gonna sell meteorites. Okay? I think that this is a good marketing plan. So, down here, roughly 13 different dyes. And what I'm gonna need to do is probably go through my go through like my terracotta, where I have a bunch of terracotta. We actually already have the lime terracotta that we need. We have orange and we have brown, which is really good. And then go ahead and grab the terracotta that I have in here, and we're going to have to make 8 of each color to do this. But essentially what I want to do is start setting up an idea of placement for these different dyes as well as the spider eyes. But I also think after we do this, I think we're going to need to get some help. I think we're going to need a little bit of expert help. Yeah. So I'm going to make a call while I'm crafting up some different terracottas here. And hopefully we can get somebody with vast expertise in interior decoration. Well, rather than using terracotta, which I just put it away, I did. I don't know why. I just want to use the terracotta since I collected so much of it. I put shulker boxes down. I think this is going to look better for our shop than the terracotta is. And again, I just went off of the um, crafting menu here when I had the terracotta in my hand. It showed me the different colors. If I were to take like a piece of dye out of here and go in here, it shows you white, light gray, gray, black, brown, red, orange. Um, Now, orange is up here, but orange, yellow, lime green, so on and so forth, all the way to ending in pink, which I think is neat. I just went with that color scheme for this area, and this is going to work for us a lot better than what we originally had planned. Now, some of these dyes, like lime green, we are going to have to craft. Purple, we're going to have to craft. This is blue and red. We are going to be collecting blue and red. Lime green is going to be green and white. White is not a flower that we are actually going to collect because we have the moss giants, and I actually already have this thing full of white dye. So I think this is going to work for us a lot better than setting them up on like pedestals and stuff like that. And honestly, what we could do is we could sink these into the floor, and that could look cool. I don't know. I did make a call to get a little bit of an expert opinion on the situation, but as it happens, life happens. You know, it is what it is. If anybody understands, it's me. Life always happens, and sometimes things don't go according to plan. So that will have to wait, I think, until the next time, because we are actually out of video recording time, and I need to get this video done. I need to get this video edited, I need to get it rendered, and all of those things. And I want to actually get started in building these farms downstairs. Off camera, I did do quite a bit of dig out. And I have a lot of this all planned out, which is good. I've got all the farms planned where I want them. The light blue, we already kind of showed this off where we're going to put the flowers, but I've dug out the area behind them to start placing the farms. There is a little bit of planning that needs to happen with how we're going to get the bone meal down here. A large hopper chain spanning from about this level all the way down to the bottom here, breaking up into chests and spanning this way. And this way might be difficult. Water streams will probably be a little more server friendly. We definitely don't want to be causing too many issues. There again, the items will be only flowing when the moss farm is going, so I don't know. And yeah, it's all a work in progress, but I want to get going. I want to get these farms up and running. I want to get a shop up and running. I want to start making some diamonds because I have been spending a ton of diamonds lately. And as a matter of fact, if you missed our last live stream, we built the spider here to kind of be the entrance to our spider farm. I think this thing looks super cool. There is still a little bit of work that I think we need to do to bring the ground up to the spider, though it does kind of look like it's crawling up the side of the hill here, like a Minecraft spider would. We even have some of the leg buried over here in the ground. And we did make a cool little Jeb door entrance right here where we can get into it. We can go down into the farm. So if you missed that, and that is something that you are interested in participating in, you guys know, check the description down below for all the different ways to follow me as I crash into the side of a mountain. I've said it before, I don't have a schedule, I just stream when I can, so following me on Twitch or being a part of my Discord or following me on Twitter is the best way that you can possibly know when we go live for random things like the spider build. The video on that won't be up for a couple of days, I've got other things that I need to do, but as I said, I want to move on from this project and start getting things and groundwork done, so at least the facade of the shop will have to wait for another day. And with that, we are going to end things here today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like we just said, check the description down below, or I messed up my own ending. If you liked the video, leave it a like. Leave a comment. Consider subscribing if you're new to the channel. Oh my goodness, I just got off a 2-hour stream. Bear with me, all right? Look, check the description down below for the different ways to follow me: Twitter, Twitch, Discord, Patreon, second channel, Truly Bedrock Discord, Truly Bedrock website, all the other Truly Bedrock members' YouTube channels. Go check them out if you haven't already. There's a lot of great content over there. You guys should be checking that out. Seriously, it's a lot of good stuff. As a matter of fact, I just watched quite a few different videos like Mr. Silent Whisper, which, by the way, I did not know that he literally lives just over the hill behind us. And we forgot to play. We said we were going to leave him out of the prank, but we need to. It's just right there. We have to. We have to. Oh, anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys on the next one.